Well, we just got in from today's ride, a bit over 200 kilometres and 7 hours. And when I released this video, it seemed that out of those 7 hours, I'm pretty sure a couple of them seem to be digging this bike out of the mud. A comment in a video that came out on YouTube last night was, would I do a yearly wrap-up? That's not something I'd considered. I wasn't not too sure what the interest is, and still trying to work out the direction of where this channel is going to go and what I do and how I do it. And the comment was about a yearly wrap-up, the best loops, the hardest tracks, the most beautiful places. For Wombat, Lerderderg and Blackwood, I guess probably the hardest, and I've only just recently done a couple of them, and that had a lot to do with the suspension set up on the bike. So Diggers Track, it's not a hard track, it's just got some hard sections. Gearing, suspension, top of bike, there's so many variables in what you can consider a difficult track. A 300 two-stroke enduro bike, not difficult. 170 kilo DRZ 400E, unless it's set up properly, then it's a little bit of work. Ratcliffe track, did that a week or two ago. Again, it's a track I've tried in the past prior to having the suspension set up. Now the suspension set up, it's still a difficult track, and the biggest issue seems to be the gearing that I have on the DRZ, the 1544, which is generally considered adventure gearing. It's great for those asphalt sections, it's great for those fast dirt roads, it's good for some tracks, but it's not perfect for things that become a bit more difficult. You've got to either slip the clutch a lot, or you're just running so low revs and you're trying to tractor up, which doesn't always work. So Diggers Track, Ratcliffe Track, again, they're not difficult tracks, they've just got difficult sections. Beautiful places, I don't know what it was called, but in a video which I called a conundrum, that small waterfall, stream, creek, and that little bit of a reflection pool or swimming pool, the ride to it there is not impressive, and at certain times of the year you can't get in there anyway. But it's those things you find, when you take that, when you make the decision to turn left or to turn right, or to take that thing that looks a bit more difficult. It's what's at the end of that. There's another place which comes off Cheddle Road. As just a track that runs off the side of the road that just looks really muddy and really difficult to get into, when it was. But at the end of that, there was, a nice little camp spot. Probably when it comes to a favourite loop, I'd have to probably put XL Track, both sections between O'Brien's, Cheddle to Mill Road. That, then follow that out to Yankee Mine Track, then Yankee Mine Track up to Old Ashbourne Road. And I consider them my favourites because they take me to the post office coffee shop. So it's those routes that take me to the place that I like. From the post office coffee shop, Pottery Track, Dave's Gully Track, either one of those, that'll take you down to New Salton Mine Track. Or getting around to the Garden of St Earth and taking Easter Monday Track. There's I don't think I really have a favourite route. I just love being out riding, and each one of those has different sections, and each one of those are completely different at different times of the year. No, I'm talking about XL Track. You'll see from today's video, there was parts of that I didn't enjoy at all. It sucked. Literally, the bike just got sucked into the mud. But at the end of the day, it's the experience of this. It's the experience of going out, having a look around, finding what there is out there. And it's, to where I live, it's local. And the best part, and I've said this in a few videos, the best part about Wombat, Lerderderg and Blackwood, you can't get lost. It's surrounded by farmlands and roads, so no matter where you go and what you do, and if something does go wrong, it might be a walk, but you are going to end up somewhere. Unlike the high country, that you get stuck out there, you're walking a long way if you walk in the wrong direction. So it's probably a simplified version of what was asked for in the comment, and I hope it kind of covers some of what you've seen in the last year. It's certainly been a journey. When I first went out there to ride and trying to get my head around what the tracks were, where the tracks went, and trying to get a bit of a grasp on the lay of the land, I guess, to now where I can connect up, the tracks I enjoy, and then off those tracks there are just so many different tracks that go to so many different places. But each one of those, there are some difficult tracks out there, and it depends on your bike setup. How confident you are. There was a track I went down today, which was, I think, charcoal track. And, you'll see that in the video, that you get to the top of some of these, or the bottom of some of these, and you look up and think, I can't do that. But if you broke it down, if they're little 50-metre sections, you do them. So breaking them down into sections and being confident that you can do it and that the bike can do it. And that's, again, there's those things where you need to consider if you ride in a group or if you ride solo. I generally ride by myself, so I have to make decisions that are sometimes I consider good decisions, which may appear not to be so good. But, I have to sort of weigh up what I want to achieve and what the consequences of that may be. When I broke my ribs out in the high country, it wasn't a difficult track, but I made an error or something went wrong and I got hurt. But I look back on that, and that ride out, as painful as it was it was a great experience in a weird sense. So anyway, I'm rambling on. Appreciate everyone that subscribed over the last year. 2025, I'm hoping we'll keep the channel going in a similar direction, but I'm hoping that old Doozer here will have a companion. If that all comes together, then 2025 will be, there might be some bigger trips in there. There's some kind of anniversary stuff in 2025 that I need to basically do for myself. One of that, might as well, since I'm talking now, one of that is being sober for 20 years. So about mid-2025, I'll have been sober for 20 years. So I need to want to mark that with a milestone of some of those bucket list rides. The other side of that is I'm getting older. Things hurt more. Just now I'm sitting here and my back's sore, my shoulders are sore. Some of that from riding, some of that from digging the bike out. So anyway, again, I appreciate everyone that subscribed. I appreciate everyone that's commented. I hope you get something out of this, and I hope that it inspires you to get out and ride. There's so many benefits of of this, both physical and for your mental health. So I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I'm hoping everyone has a great New Year, and that 2025 will bring us some of the things that we want. Who knows? Anyway, thanks. Good morning. Sunday, 29th of December. Heading out for coffee in Blackwood. Currently on XL track. Coming down to the little creek crossing. I won't say it's the roughest I've seen it, but definitely the loosest I've seen it over the last year. Everything else is pretty dry. Might at some point head out towards Bullingarook. They've had the fires out there in the last week and a half. Shit. It's a crap line, wasn't it? Had the fires out there in the last week and a half. So I'm not sure if there's any road closures or what it looks like. And I'm talking a lot and taking shitty lines. Weather-wise, I think it's meant to be mid-20s today. Already I'm overdressed. The jersey, body armour, jersey, enduro jacket on top. Plus, I don't know, backpack, vest type setup. Route there. XL track link, which means we're kind of halfway up this section of XL. Considerably drier than last time. Come up on that way too quick. Had a subscriber comment in my drying out, I think it was, video about doing a yearly wrap up of you know, the tracks I've enjoyed, the tracks I didn't, the nicest tracks. I think they're up. Geez, this has dried out a heap. I'm sure it's going to be pretty wet in the middle. That's
Yeah, but that was a mistake. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of work. Catch my breath. Had a subscriber ask about a yearly wrap up on the tracks I've enjoyed, and probably the most fun tracks, the most beautiful tracks. Probably this XL link, so this XL loop from O'Brien's Crossing Road across to the second half of XL. When it's dry, or like this, it's a great bit of track. It can be fast until you get stuck here. I could have gone around, and I should have. Anyway, I'll get Doozer unstuck and continue the ride. Going around would have been the best option. I think going out backwards may be the best option. Doing something. When she starts falling, I know I'm getting somewhere. Did I mention that I was overdressed for the weather? That other part's deep. Oh shit. Okay. Right, pull back in. Ah, shit. Fuck. I haven't got much left in me. Gonna take a break. And I have to tip it the opposite way. Gives me a bit more room to play with. She's stuck in there. You bastard! Oh. I'm fucked.
just got to get that much further, hopefully. I probably shouldn't have filled the tank full, because that's just giving me another 20 kilos to lift. Start, you bastard. I think I'll just sit here for a bit.
Okay, back to the beginning. Yeah, I love the Excel track sections. Even after this, might need a bath. Okay, won't be talking for a bit.
Well, finally made it to Blackwood for coffee. Didn't record much after I got out of the mud. Too exhausted. To be honest, I'm fucked. That was some work, just getting out of that mud, and then the ride to here. Cheers. So I'm sitting out the front today. I had all intentions of sitting out the back and enjoying the open area. But, as you can see, I was a bit concerned about tracking half a wombat through the shop. So I'll sit out here. Either way, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy this. Going to kick back because that body's hurting a little bit. It's, oh, God, I love this shit.
Had coffee in Blackwood. Sat there for a bit longer than I usually would. One, because I was exhausted. Two, ended up having a chat to a few different blokes on a few different bikes. So I just came up Pottery Track, and this is New Salton Mine Track. Head across to Lerderderg Road. I'm on Pump House track. I came down this a couple of weeks back. Thought I'd take it this time and go across to Nolan Creek Road. Oh, that was a big something. Track. I might stay out of the mud for a bit at least. I came up this track, Mount View track, a couple of weeks back. This is the first time I've been down it since a video I did a few months back where I ended up on Mount View track during the closures, and all this red clay was wet and slick, so this will come out onto Nolan Creek Road. Should be a gate just around this little bend. Oop. Go. Neville track. Give it a go. We're here. Ooh. Bit of an angle. All these tracks that during the closures or the winter months you wouldn't have much chance of getting on or getting across or getting up, to try and change my line here. Oh, cross-rutted. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to change my line. Ugh. Up on the high side, I think. Man, this would be shit in the wet. No idea from here. Turned off Green Hills Road onto Charcoal Track. Haven't ridden Charcoal Track before, so we'll see where it goes. I'm heading in the, I guess, the direction of Greendale or Dales Creek. talking to a couple of blokes at the post office cafe. Was talking about riding out here. Yeah, the biggest decision for the day is whether to turn left or right. You know, life is pretty simple when that's the biggest choice you have to make. Yeah, see, left or right. What are we going to get ourselves into? It's one of those things about riding here. You kind of come across these kind of hills, and if they were only kind of 50 metres long, you'd do them no problem. But then when they look longer, you start having your doubts. But it's that the angles are still the same, just over a longer distance. That's a longer way to the Greendale Road. Looking at the maps, this is the shorter way to Greendale Road. Been a really big day. Been out for, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. Pretty worn out. Done some tracks that I've never ridden before, so that was a good thing. What's that road or track? To check that one out.